Hello guys, it's me Liam. This is my first screen recording from my iPhones. So today we'll be reacting to an Angry Video Game Nerds new episode, Garfield. That's a lot of Garfield games. This is going to be 26 seconds. I think we need to toss. This is the part 1 and then later I'm going to be doing part 2 tomorrow, I think. But now it's 3. Let's start this in 3, 2, 1, who cares? Cool intro, dude.
Happy holidays, and thank you for watching this episode of Angry Video Game
This is going to be an
Nerd.
ad, so we can skip this.
This is the December episode. You might be wondering, is there anything Christmas about it? Yeah, there is. I'm wearing a Santa hat. Back in the day, there used to be this roll of paper that came to your house. It was called a newspaper. Yeah, it had a bunch of news and sports crap in it.
We still
but there
have
was also
newspapers today,
comics.
you know.
Every day, as a kid, I would dig out that comic section and go straight to Garfield. It was my favorite, and all it was a cat. A cynical, sarcastic cat who speaks only in thought clouds, who likes to sleep, eat lasagna, and beat up his owner John and his dog Odie. Nevertheless, there was something about it that hooked me, and I collected many of those books that archived all the old Garfield strips.
You collected DVDs?
Part of the appeal was from being a cat owner. There was a relatability factor. Never before had I seen a comic that made fun of how cats can't make up their mind if they want to go out the door, or how they plan out their jumps across furniture. It's a comic about what your cat is thinking, what goes on inside their little minds. That is, until Garfield evolved into a more generic character. Another thing I loved was the slapstick. There was so much chaos and destruction. It often involved food being splattered or someone being whacked in the head. Everyone remembers Odie getting a lot of abuse, but John would get totally messed up. He's falling on his face, getting burped through the door. Sometimes it happens in a combo. A pie to the face, his pants get ripped off, and then he's kicked over. These type of exaggerated cartoon physics were new to me at the time. Even though it was just a drawing on a page, I could see it moving. Garfield is what taught me how to draw a movement. And I gotta mention, John's facial expressions are so funny. But I think one of the biggest appeals of the character is Garfield's fuck all attitude. He doesn't give a shit. He's the king of laziness, especially when they gave him that monotone voice for the animated show. That set the way for how Garfield talks. While I was a big fan of both the show and the strip, eventually, like most things, it became repetitive and predictable. Just think, there's been a Garfield comic every day since 1978. By now, you wouldn't think Garfield would still be such a big deal anymore. But the internet has given Garfield a whole new life. There's so many fan works and spoofs, it would be impossible to count. There was a Garfield randomizer that mixes panels from different Garfield strips. There was Silent Garfield that removes Garfield's thought clouds. And then there's Garfield minus Garfield, which removes Garfield altogether, making John into a much crazier character than he already was. It's hilarious. Then there's the square root of minus Garfield. It never ends. There's all kinds of theories, like trying to explain whatever happened to Odie's original owner, Lyman, who was only in the early comics. The theory goes he was murdered or captured by John, and there actually exists a Flash game called Garfield's Spooky Scavenger Hunt with an Easter egg showing Lyman chained up in the basement.
Oh my god, this is so scary.
Garfield had such deep lore. What is it with Garfield? Why has it infiltrated our imagination so much? Is there any core meaning? Well, perhaps some of the video games might hold some clues to the secrets of this stupid cat's enduring popularity. Or not.
Maybe, yes.
You want to know how many Garfield games there are? No, you really don't. There's too many, and they've been making them since the days of Atari 2600. What you see here is a prototype, developed during the video game crash of '83. It was cancelled, but not lost, unfortunately. There's not much to do but hop across a fence while avoiding potted plants. Next thing, you're on a rooftop. Oh look! Odie's in the chimney, like Santa. There's our Christmas reference. How do you like that?
Yeah,
Merry
I like that
fucking
reference,
Christmas.
Video Game
Happy
Nerd.
goddamn holidays. And while you're at it, Happy New Year. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy Arbor Day. Happy World Mosquito Day. And happy birthday, Brian. Anyway, you encounter this gray hanging creature
My
who
birthday was
I
on
think is
December
supposed to be
2nd.
normal. Next thing, you're in the universe of Odie's eating burgers. And that's about it. It's a 30-second unfinished Atari game.
Well, I'm done with this video for today, but I'll be doing part 2 tomorrow, I think. Stay tuned. Goodbye. Oh, there it is.